Why, hello. This is going to be the last video. Me talking about basic training while I run through our photo op and the leader's photo op. So I'm going to start the video and talk about just random stories while you guys enjoy the video. One thing that I mentioned to some is how much fun basic training was. We used to have something called the PNN, the Private News Network. The drill sergeants every night would sit next to the shower room door and listen in to what everyone is saying. And in the shower, they would determine if there was like discrimination, if there was a potential coup, if there were any issues with drill sergeants, or whatever the case may be. Our group was fairly good and fairly decent, so we didn't have any problems. However, the first floor, they had issues. We had so many toted away by the MPs for stabbing one another, since a female sleeping with another female getting jealous that was, quote, their female, and, well, they stabbed each other. And this causes problems. Okay? Well, the guys, if they needed to do a little, oh, that's me. Just so you are tracking. Alright, continue. Alright, the guys, if we wanted to have a fight or something of that sort, we would make sure that we would get together, everyone agree, hey, I want to fight you, just let up some steam. Alright, that's fine. We had to make sure that there was no grudges beforehand and everything was on the uppity up. So then we would have a group and we set basic rules, like once you tap, it's not a 3 strike, it's a 1 tap and you're done. And if you want to do 3 rounds or 1 round, and we made it where things were level and fair and really cordial. We weren't supposed to be fighting, but on Sundays you can do whatever you want, for the most part. That's when you get to call home. And I was digging through the garbage one day and I found a phone call in the garbage, and I used the minutes off the phone call instead of paying the phone through like the slot machine, click click click. So I used the phone card and everything was hunky-dory, no problems there. And I was actually happy. I went to different churches every single Sunday. I went to, I believe, the Jewish, different denomination of Christians, different, a Muslim. I wanted to see what the heck was available and what I actually agreed to. Well, there were some churches in basic training that scared the living daylights out of me. I'm like, oh hell no. I do not believe in having like a rock band in a church, and it like, no way. So it took me a while to actually find one that I could go to, since, well, let's just be honest, Eastern Orthodox is not very popular in the military, but that's okay. So I figured it out, and it worked out. Some people would use the Sunday church thing as an excuse to go ahead and like fool around and do things on the side that they weren't supposed to. That's all I'm going to say about that. Well, the drill sergeants didn't have a problem with me, since typically you have to do one. If you're battle buddying someone, it's got to be male male, female female, or two of one gender and one of another gender. But with me, I was the only person that they were fine escorting a female, since they're like, Hager, you are absolutely positively not a problem at all. And I found that very interesting. But hey, that's just the way it goes. Ooh, there's our drill sergeant. All right. He was one of my drill sergeants. He was one of my drill sergeants for a short time. She was the one that said, "Oh lordy," when it came to sticking each other's with needles. She's the one that paired up two people who were afraid of needles together. That was hilarious. This guy, I don't know where he was from, but English was clearly his second language, and I don't know how he became a drill sergeant, since he only knew how to swear in English, well, and his native language, but English was very, very difficult, and he got very frustrated to a point where he would just hit people until until they did what they thought he wanted. She was my drill sergeant at first, but I got transferred to a different platoon. I didn't fail out of the platoon. It's within the same company. They just shuffled me around. I don't know if that's because they lost too many people, or I don't have all the information, but yeah. And that is a very short video. Unfortunately, I wanted to tell some more stories, but maybe another video in the far distant future, I can tell about more stories about basic training from, yeah. So, thank you very much for watching this series. Everything that you heard is of my opinion and my opinion alone, not of the military. And thank you and have a nice day. Bye.